Hi Warham fam, welcome back to our channel. I'm Debbie.
I'm Darren. And that's the Mishk. Hello Mishk. Hi fans.
You've just turned your back on them.
Yeah.
You've been nonchalant. She'll pip in a minute, yeah. She usually does.
Yeah. You're not worthy of her.
First of all guys, this week something really momentous happened. We remembered to change the pig board.
Yay! Woo! Got next bit coming up, 13th of July, Buck Moon.
You're talking about me, not a pig board. Mishka.
It's all about me. Mishka, Mishka,
Have any of you seen her butt?
Seen her butt what?
Look,
Look at her little tail.
It's the little white tip.
A little white what?
Tip.
Alright.
You've got a tash as well, haven't you? You've got a little milk moustache. I don't know whether you'll let them see that. You let them see your milk moustache?
Yeah.
Ah. She is so unbelievably cute. So there you go. Cool, we're all hot.
Yep.
She's been sat in her ball in front of the fan for half an hour. And now she's rolled up in my hand. Oh well. I'm going to have a hot hand, aren't I? Trying to tolerate that so long. Right, well last week, actually there's been quite a few bits happening, although to be fair there were only a few videos out this week. We didn't manage every day because up until yesterday we hadn't recorded very much,
no.
Or didn't have very much left, I should say.
Yeah. But
right.
The box bit is empty.
It is. He's taken that out of sequence completely. You will get told that again because I've got to follow on the book, you said. Otherwise I forget things. Right, so last week's word of the week was gruntle, which was my new favourite word, which is a pig's snout. Yeah. This week's one is harp, which is the metal hoop a lampshade sits on.
Alright.
Now, can you imagine you take your child into school and they hide behind your diamond painting?
Nope. I was hiding.
Bear with, people. Let me put your ball away. Yes, I know I've not put your sisters in the right place. Right, I'm going to lay as flat as I possibly can because it's hot. I'm going. I'm absconding.
Yeah.
Right, so can you imagine? I mean, going to a music lesson, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
And you've got, like, your child wants to learn the harp.
Yeah. So you give them a lampshade to take with them.
Please, if you have any children at school age that want to do music at all, please
do it. Please do it, because it'd be hilarious.
Oh, I just think it'd be excellent. Can you imagine? You want to learn the harp? He said, no, I want to sit flat on your shoulder and pretend the heat isn't hot.
The heat isn't hot?
The heat isn't hot.
Yeah.
Is it not?
No.
Mummy's picked up that book.
It's not hot, but it's very stuffy in here. Well, it's 21 degrees in Peacehaven at the moment.
Yeah. I'm going to say, the two little ones have been out for a while. So they were due to go back. Tyrion's up as well, so you should see him shortly, because that means that Darren can move the fan to where it doesn't matter, because the hamsters can't get past at the moment, which is why we're suffering more from the heat than they are.
Yeah.
They're all right. They go and sit in front of the big fan. Usually tipping it down so it goes directly into their balls, which they seem to love. Yeah. And the fluffy ones get all puffed out. It's lovely. Right, so Sherlock from last week, Darren.
Sherlock from last week.
I took a guess. It was about an age, wasn't it?
It was. Angela didn't guess. Lolly Wayne thinks she's 24.
I'm going to go with 32. Not for any reason other than it was the
Pink
first
Poodle
number.
Went for... Can't find it now. Yeah. 30.
Oh.
Not sure if it's all right, but she's had a go anyway.
So you've got a 24, a 30, and me with a 32. What have you said?
I reckon it's 24 as well.
So it's bound to be Lollyween and you that are right, because that's usually what happens, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Yeah, what it was, the woman was, she was chary of confessing her true age, which goes to show, if you look through a thesaurus to try and find a word for something, you should actually check to find what the word means as well, because we'd never heard of it, so we looked it up, and it means suspicious of giving a true answer. You wouldn't be suspicious of giving a true answer for it.
No, so, it's the wrong terminology.
So they picked the wrong. They've gone and picked a flashy word for the thesaurus and not actually done it. Because she got to admit that she was the eldest of 15 children, each born with a year and a half between them. When she confessed that her age was 8 times that of the youngest of her siblings, I knew at once how old she was. How old was she?
Go on then, tell us. Actually, can you put him back first and tell us? Because look, he's so hot. He's got his stockings on and everything. I've told you not to wear them when it's this warm. You may have noticed we've now been joined.
Oh, they're nuts in there. Are there pistachios in there? Are there? Do they niff nice? Do they? Do you like pistachios?
Might do.
Oh.
Him being out means that we've now got the fan on a better angle, sort of.
For Debbie.
For me, anyway. Darren, unfortunately, doesn't get the benefit of it.
No, because it's behind those HAMster cages. So I don't get it. He
just lay on his back in my hand to get his belly fully blown about.
So we've got the bit here, 130.
Right. I'm going to put sausage back while you start saying about the next one.
Well, it's not. I've got to give you the answer to this one first.
Oh, all right.
Right. With 21 years between the eldest and the youngest sibling, the girl must be 24 and her brother just 3. Didn't give a little bit between that. Because there's 15 of them, and there's a year and a half between them, there's 14 that you can make a comparison between. So there's 14 lots of 1.5. So it's 21. Then you took the 8 times something, the closest you can get is 24. So, which is 3 lots. 3 plus 21 is 24. So yeah, it's 24. Yeah.
He's getting cold, but I'm getting him hot as well because my hands are warm. Right, Mr. Man.
Right. You can put him back while I give you this one here, because this is a long one. This one is the house.
The house?
On one occasion, which you may recall if you've seen some of my other notes, Sherlock Holmes and I encountered a young woman with a most peculiar problem. She had been picked over scores of other candidates for a position as a nanny just outside Winchester. The one immutable requirement was that she cut her hair to a particular style. She was paid an exorbitantly generous rate and given the most eccentric duties. Her housework was far lighter than any girl would have suspected. Indeed, she was completely barred from one of the areas of the house, so her domestic work was light at best. On top of that, the child of the family was of an age where he barely needed too much supervision. In fact, he clearly resented the intrusion. There were times, however, when she was required to don particular outfits of clothes, sit in precise locations within the house, and engage in various social pursuits. At these times, the father and mother of the house were sociable and jolly. Outside of these times, they were far less engaged. Yeah. As if that was not enough to deal with, the house also had a persistent observer, a small fellow who seemed to hang about, watching intently at all sorts of queer hours. Strange noises were heard from inside the building from time to time as well. The young woman grew increasingly disturbed with the oddness of her situation and turned to Holmes for an explanation. He was able to provide one almost immediately. He bloody wasn't. That took a whole episode, that did. Yeah. Can you? Yes, I can, because I've seen the programme.
Basic outline of what if any of you have watched the Jeremy Brent Sherlock Holmes, you may recognise this one. I'm not going to tell you which one it is.
No.
But it'd be interesting to see if you get it. I mean, there's only really a broad outline that I've said about, because there's no point in me saying anything else other than that.
Right.
Sorry, the banana, it's just repeating on me.
Munch, munch. Right. Right, we had my one from last week's, which Pink Poodle got correct.
What I said, coffin.
Yeah. Which Debbie got correct.
Yay!
And Lollywee got correct. And Angela didn't have a go at. Oh, you don't understand, Angela. But yes, it's a coffin. The person who makes it has no need of it. The person who buys it has no use for it. The person who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it? A coffin.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I know a lot of you like these ones as well, because they tend to be simpler than the Sherlock Holmes ones can be.
And I need some.
So it's not as much as a taxing sort of bit on
it's not that, it's just you keep picking number ones on Sherlock Holmes. And I might have worked in accounts, but you know, we were allowed to use calculators.
This one, it may be what this book does more.
True.
Right. How much dirt is there in a hole that's 2 feet wide by 3 feet long by 4 feet deep?
See, I know the answer.
That's how much dirt's in a hole that's 2 feet wide by 3 feet long by 4 feet deep.
Right. Now then, our caption of the week. I have actually... Right. Okay. Right. The caption of the week, if you show the picture, and then I'll say what I said.
The caption of last week's one was this one. Bing.
Which is, I put, hide and squeak, which I thought was quite real. Did you have one for that, Darren?
I didn't have one, no. Lolly Wayne hasn't got one for it. Pink Poodle did have.
Yes.
It is... I wanted to audition for the Minions 2 film, The Rise of Gru. What shape.
They really are. If I could make little goggles for them. Mind you, they'd never stay them on their noses.
Yeah.
Saying that, says you haven't got a very pointy nose, have you, darling? No, you wouldn't be able to keep the goggles on. Oh, no. Look at that face, Daddy. At least he's not doing his creepy dead look. He stares at me with his eyes.
He's ignoring it now. Look, he's ignoring it.
Things. He's not happy about the situation of being put. It's so hot, darling. And you kept banging into the fan and making it go on the floor rather than on us at all. So the only one that was getting nicely fluffed up was you. No, we didn't buy it just for you. We bought it for everybody. Yes, we did. It's when he stares at me with his eyes. It's creepy. Right, so the caption we've got for this week is... He looks so sad.
He looks like the world has dropped out of... The bottom has dropped out of his world. He really does.
Oh dear, I've got 3 captions for him already. And I've got sort of another one as well. Hang on a second, I've just got to squeeze that in.
No, that wouldn't fit. He don't look happy enough for that. I've just got to squeeze that in.
No, it wasn't that. I've now got 4 captions for that. Right, so after the caption bit, it always leads us on to what was posted this week.
Not a lot.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
We had the Grind Store haul.
Yeah. Which
of course ended in our hamsters modelling our new plant pot.
Yep.
So if you have started watching it and then didn't bother because you thought there were no hamsters, you want to go to the end bit.
Yeah, so you're mistaken.
We did Craftiosity Created, which is my sun wall hanging.
Yeah.
Which took a while, actually. It was great fun to do. I really enjoyed it.
People were quite impressed with that. People quite liked it, yeah.
Yeah, Mum liked it. We showed her today, didn't we, on video called it. I say we, I mean Darren. If I try and video and walk with two sticks, I fall over.
Angela was saying she wouldn't have had the patience to do all the knots.
Actually, I mean, I found that relatively therapeutic, apart from the secondary knot. It was the...
Lisa Williams said you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
So pretty, you did a great job.
I was pleased, but the thing is, it's got my creative juices stirring now. So I've got half a ton of stuff in my basket from Works and from Amazon. And I've also filled up my basket at AliExpress with all different craft
Filled up your You've always got a full basket at AliExpress.
I know. You're only allowed 100 items. I think that's unfair, personally. But yeah, I'm not very good at, you know, condensing. Right. And also we had... well, I say today, it is today at the moment, because we record this the day before, as you know. Yeah. We've just done Cwtch mystery item box from Zavvi.
Yeah.
Right, we also, yesterday we had quite a busy day.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was so hot.
Yeah.
But we managed
to film
seven different bits which come from mystery hauls. Sorry, mystery boxes, hauls, a couple of new companies, I think.
No, just one.
No, just one new company, and
the
tarot card one as well.
A couple of companies, one new subscription box. But yeah, one other book, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which leads me to my underlined bit, which Darren has already said. We have presently got none to film.
Ooh. But we have got some coming.
We've got all the usual.
You've got your Craftiosity ones in the post.
Yeah.
We've got the 3 missing ones from Occult Box Trinkets and Talismans.
That's right.
Because they'd had a problem with their computer system and it hadn't been acknowledging the Trinkets and Talismans ones coming up. So there's 3 of them. Apparently they put them all in a box, and they sent extra bits with them apparently as well. We
also won a prize from a certain company, which we will tell you about when we get it, which it should be in the next week or so.
Yay.
Which we're very, very, very excited about.
Yeah.
And also we've got 2 larger than we would do subscription boxes from 2 places. I'm not going to tell you.
2.
Actually, no, I will tell
2.
you. I will tell you one. Yes, my large one, and then there was your large one. And my large one is coming from Gem Boutique.
Oh right, yes.
And it's because basically they do. You know, we've been getting the £30. I think they're around £30 anyway.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Mystery boxes where they've got 4 different types.
Yeah.
Well, I sort of, on my looking through of Gem Boutique of the night time, I'm getting dreadful. I also happened to find a £55 one.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit more than we'd spend.
Yeah.
But it's still.
I said to you about it because I was going through when I found the pictures for the intro I did, wasn't it? You'd already seen it.
And Darren treats himself to one
from
Click Rate.
That one is.
Yeah, but it's a big one.
It's a big one.
So the surprises are less surprising because we've both given it away.
Oh, it's going to be a big surprise.
I mean, they're both going to be surprises because we've got no idea what we're getting in boxes.
The Click Rate one is a mega crate. It was a £100 box with over £200 worth of value in it.
Yeah, so we're quite excited about that. And
Apparently.
we're excited about, well, I'm always excited about anything from Jen Boutique or Jess. Our Pumpkin Hollow one should be coming in soonish.
Yeah.
But with usual, I mean, with
I believe Jess has still got one left.
oh,
She did have a couple of
I
days
don't
ago.
know. I didn't check this morning. But no, I didn't check this morning. Stop biting at the bars.
So Luke,
Go to
quickly.
bed, darling. Come out later with your big brother when it's a bit cooler. Sorry about this, people. Right. Anyway,
Is it?
with Jess, she puts on different handmade
Nope, she's got rid of them all now.
No, they've all gone now.
Yeah.
She's still got some handmade bits and bobs on there.
Yeah.
Which are fabulously unique. Do love our candles. They're pride of place on my altar, actually. The problem is with her candles.
Oh look, ultraviolet. This is the price.
She's got good taste.
Yes, yes.
Jessie's mum did 2 coffin shaped dolls' houses, sort of thing.
Yeah.
However wicked. I
Yeah,
mean,
she had
really
one of them, and
cool.
a friend of hers had another one, hadn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she's one of the many ones that called us a bad influence.
Oh,
a lot with Lolly Wayne.
Miss Ultraviolet, Lolly Wayne,
Yeah.
I know, and I keep encouraging Pink Poodle as well. So you know, all in all, peoples. But the thing is, it's like I said, we only tell you about stuff we like anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, you know. What I was going to say though is that something that I think I'd forgotten to mention with Jen Boutique, she has got an Etsy shop. She's also got a normal website shop.
Yeah, the website is on
more stuff on it.
Yeah, the website is on the underneath bits of the videos.
Yeah,
I've put them both on there, the Etsy shop and the website. The website is www.gembo-teak.co.uk.
See, says hyphen, my mind goes blank.
Minus.
Ah. See, why don't you just put that? Minus.
Because if I say Gembo minus teak, that makes it really difficult because
yes, okay,
that makes it an equation as opposed to actually anything else.
It's the Sherlock clues, you see. It's royally spoiled us for the minus sign.
It's royally spoiled us.
Royal. Oh, for goodness sake.
Royally.
Royally spoilt us.
Yeah.
So, you know when your mouth goes ahead of your brain? It happens quite a lot.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so, yeah, so basically we've got some big uns coming, we've got some exciting things coming, we've got, you know...
We've got all exciting things coming.
We
only get exciting things.
I know, this is it. TV this week, I've been watching Buffy.
Yeah.
Darren's been watching quite a bit on his computer, laptop thingy.
Yeah. Still catching up on some
wrestling, wasn't it?
No, I watched
Oh, you were watching Charlie, weren't you, on YouTuber?
Yeah.
One with the quack noise when she swears.
Yeah. Charlotte Dobre.
Yeah.
So
it's fascinating to watch, actually.
Yeah, so I watch her and like Click and One Topic.
And we'd also watched...
And then I've got the different writer ones that I've gone. And D&D ones.
And I've been we've both been watching the original Miss Fisher mysteries, which are fabulous because we've just recently got Alibi or know about Alibi on our streaming thing.
We've got Now TV, and Now TV's just put Alibi on there to watch.
If any of you work for Alibi, can you please tell them to put Mr. Blake, is it Dr. Blake?
Dr. Blake Mystery, Season 1.
Season 1.
Because they go from
I've
Season 2.
I've not seen any of them, and they go from Season 2, so I'm hoping that I've got the CEO of
Yeah.
alibi watching or something.
Yeah, right.
Just do us a favour, mate, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Just a favour. Just for us, I mean. So,
Help the disabled lady.
Yeah.
Right, also, we're part of the way through the Miss Fisher's film.
Yeah, The Crypt of Tears.
It's not bad, not disliking it.
It's
not
alright. It's
we're
not as good as a TV series.
Yeah, but we haven't seen all of it yet, so it's not really a fair set. Diamond painting. I've actually done some this week. Actually, I've been doing quite a lot of crafting, which there's no...
Oh!
What are you flocking for? Right. Oh, hang on. There you go. Can you see her?
Yeah, she's looking good.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah.
So pretty. There's a lot of dark blue in that.
Yeah, you had half a ton of the same colour, didn't you?
Mind you, there's been some semi-blue words coming out of me when the drills go pinging off. It's been a whole lot of pinging. Also, I've started looming again. Admittedly, I have to have the fans on full whack.
Yeah. And this is a scarf.
This is a scarf I started about 8 years ago.
Yeah, this is a scarf. No, it wasn't 8 years ago.
I've got. The thing is,
we closed the shop down 6 years ago, and you were doing it then.
Yeah. It's not that I haven't been doing other looming projects, because I've got quite a few different types of looms, and I've found some more that I want. So, because different sizes do different bits, and it's a candy cane scarf basically. I'll do some French plaiting, which, if you're as old as I am, you probably remember, like,
you get the feeling you're being watched.
Little nails in like a cotton reel, a wooden cotton reel.
Yeah. You ever get the feeling you're being watched?
Don't throw me. It goes wrong when you throw me.
He's staring. Yeah.
Oh God, it's the dead eyes. She's not dead eyes, it's not hopeful.
Yes. But yeah, it's
nice. I like a nice long scarf, and that is nowhere near long enough for me yet.
No.
So what I'll do is I'll French plait, possibly some, and so on, like a candy cane sort of shape at the bottom, or what have you. Otherwise, like most scarves like that, they end up looking like some sort of football team, which is really not my bag at all. Wrong shaped walls, dear.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been worth watching since Gary Lineker's thighs were not on show. Besides the fact nobody's thighs are on show this day and age, because you get girls going out clubbing in a lot less than what football, you know, shorter shorts and footballers wear now. By a lot. Right, so, yeah, diamond painting update, telling you about the looming. You see, this is all listed because I can't keep it up there. Right, weird and wonderful this week. So we've got some pictures for you. So, this is amazing. How amazing is Mother Nature? I mean, seriously, people. Look at this tree.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Brilliant, isn't it? Right, and my next weird and wonderful is some form of popcorn.
Wasn't popcorn?
No. Okay, it's some sort of bug thing. I can't remember what it says on the doodah, and I can't look it up.
Right. Said the flatted plant hopper nymph, an Amazonian insect that looks just like popcorn with tiny legs.
Can you imagine dog walkers out in the morning with all that dog popcorn that's popular? Those little things wouldn't stand a chance, would they?
No.
But they're so cute. Also, last but not least, in the weird and wonderful pictures
is a rock lobster.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's genuine or if it's been coloured or what.
I don't know.
I've never seen one that colour. I've never seen anything that colour.
I mean, unless it's like a rare species bit or something, or it could be that it is that. Mind you, saying that, under certain lights, I mean, even the most basic of lobster looks quite pretty, so I've got no issue with believing it.
So the only thing I know at Rock Lobster was some by the B-52s. A Rock Lobster.
Right, so news this week. We've got some weird and wonderfuls for you on news, actually. Milk bottle names. Darren can explain.
Names. Oh, yes.
This is a slap the head moment in human stupidity.
Yeah.
Or worry for the world.
Right. It is.
I apologise if you can't see what the problem is with what I said.
Right. Here we go. Right. It says, all I ever wanted from a yoghurt is to know who the cows are. And it's got the cows' names on the side. And the woman who replied to it says, notice how they name all the cows traditionally girls' names. There's a deep connection between misogyny and consuming animals. Now that's a bit. All cows are female anyway, but yeah.
A cow and that's the person, a female.
And that's the person underneath
put. Is a boy.
The person underneath, I say, I feel the yoghurt from a bull wouldn't taste quite right. No, she's only got one tap as well.
I mean,
yeah, and you don't get a hell of a lot of milk from it.
I know we all have blonde moments. Everybody does, but I really struggle to see how that can be a blonde moment.
So some people need to find a fence from everything.
I think she should really,
or a small potting shed.
No, I think it might be best to fence up people like that to keep them away.
Yeah.
But yes, no, yeah, I know, like, women's rights and bits like that, I've got no issue with any of it. I'm a woman.
Yeah.
But I will say this, what I don't understand is how they think it's even rights when they expect more. You can't do it, people. It's not women's rights, it's human rights.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It's irrelevant, really, what sex you are, what gender you are, what colour you are. If you're a human being, or even an animal for that matter, you know, it shouldn't make any difference. Right. Now, everybody knows that you can have those moments in life when you feel a little bit like slapping something. Whether it
quite
be...
often, yeah.
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 I'm not a violent person, I don't hit anything. But, and I mean my PE teacher from school would have ascertained to that.
Some people deserve it, though, but yeah.
But no, you don't. It's one of those things in life that you sort of wish that you could potentially just pat somebody gently or slap them hard across the face.
Pat them gently across the back of the head with a baseball bat.
We're humans. We should understand that it is not the done thing. I mean, you see plenty of videos with cats knocking things off, whether it's other people's glasses or you know, ornaments or other cats or dogs. And they usually do it whilst looking at you dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
Because they can be that petty.
Yeah.
Which is, I love cats. But, right, this is the thing. What I didn't know was this, what Darren's going to tell you about now.
Yeah, I did actually put it on there. Got to put it on there. It's octopus. Apparently, the octopus, from time to time, it will just punch a fish, just for the sake of it.
Sorry about the snort. Thing is, it was like his headline: Scientists have discovered
that an octopus, sometimes octopi, will punch a fish just for the sake of it.
Sorry. Thing is, right, I'm not being funny or anything. But surely there was something else they were trying to discover whilst watching them.
I don't know.
And it's the only thing that came away from it was
Yeah.
Well, octopuses are a bit of a git, really.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a bit like that old joke one, wasn't it? It's like about slinkies. Slinkies there's some people who like slinkies. Not good for much, but they still put a smile on your face when you push them down a flight of stairs.
I would like to state, because the thing is, I know you know, we live in a society, we have to be very careful what you say. But if you're going to take offence to when somebody is joking, you're watching the wrong channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've weeded all them out already. I think we've weeded most of them out with the magic stuff.
And it's sad that people go, and it's usually the ones that are so against everything that are the ones that are the least allowing, to be perfectly frank. They're so busy trying to make sure that everybody's got the rights to do whatever they want to do. They don't seem to want people to actually have an original thought in their head at all. But that's just my read up on it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Right, also, this week in the news, I think it's been all over my social media bit quite a lot.
Oh, I did put it in there. There it is.
Oh, you did?
Oh, it's along with those bits. Your mum's bits.
The big news story, I say big, it was big to me because I've read about it twice, so, you know. Was a woman going into Morrison's, buying some duck eggs, going home, putting them in her incubator for budgies, just to test out what she was doing with it, really, and hatching 3 ducks. So she had, out of the 6, I think there were, she had 2 hatched first. So you had River and Dusk male ducks on one day, and then the next day Daisy was born. They follow her everywhere. There's some pictures I've nicked from the article.
Up here.
In case you're wondering, if it's anything like chicks, which I believe it's the same principle, the lighter colour one is the girl. That's how they tell the difference.
It's ironic because we were talking to my dad a few months ago about it now, because he breeds and shows chickens now, and like they do like the egg yolks and bits like that. They do quite
well with their bits, actually.
And talking to him, we found out that the only difference between a fertilised and an unfertilised, or a viable egg that's gone through to get a chicken on it, and a normal one, is that it hasn't been incubated.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I always assumed it was unfertilised eggs that they sold. But no, apparently, I mean, it's not. It's only to do with heating them up. Obviously, not all eggs hatch, and depending, if you go and buy them from
chicken, not all
if you buy them from a supermarket, you're pretty lucky if you can get any to hatch at all, because quite simply, it's been kept in a cooler area in most cases.
Yeah, it's been. They're not that fresh anyway, are they? They're fresh, but they're not fresh. I mean, they could be a week.
Well, we used to get an eggman come round. I say we, I mean when I was living with my mum and dad in Hove, and we had an eggman come round, and I mean duck eggs were unheard of pretty much back then, in the sort of like 80s sort of thing. I mean that would have been something quite.
Turkey eggs.
I think quail eggs were like the height of
in the 80s. Quail eggs, because you got a soft boiled quail's egg, which is about 10 seconds or something boiling. some stupid thing.
They're peculiar animals anyway. I mean they're quite sweet, but they're very strange.
It was the yuppie bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The quail's eggs, that was.
But no, the best. Best time of year was when we used to get the turkey eggs coming round. They do the most amazing sponges. The yolk's paler, but they're definitely better for sponge cakes and as a fried egg. They make a nice change, actually. Being from the Eggman, I mean, you know, the farm he used to go to and what have you, there wasn't such a thing as caged and free bits with that. They would just come from the farm.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them were found in an old tractor in the barn, and
yeah.
I mean, they were all over the show, sort of jobby. Which, you know, it's funny, isn't it? Now that you're at the stage where you sort of want to know more about. I think that's gone on over the years, actually.
Yeah,
is you want to know more about produce and how things are farmed.
Apparently, there aren't any free range ones at the moment.
No,
because they're all have to be kept inside because of avian flu.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And say it's knocking off a lot of seagulls as well, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't get as many around here. We haven't got as many around here.
No, we've got nowhere near as many around here. There's been a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now,
because we're on the cliffs by the coast, so yeah.
To go back to the news story on the ducks.
Yeah.
The lady is going to keep Daisy because Daisy cries for her when she's not in the room and spends most of her time either on her shoulder, underneath her hair, or following her around. They all follow her around, but Daisy's really besotted. And she can't imagine being apart from her. So, but her cousin's having the two boys and taking care of them. But there's no way. I mean, she's a mum of 3 anyway, and I mean, to put it bluntly, the amount clearing up after 3.
Yes, she's a mum of 3. A mum of 3 ducks.
Well, no, as well as 3 ducks. It's, birds poo a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
My nan used to keep budgies, so.
Yeah.
Right, and the last bit, actually, news bit, came up as a bit of a surprise in my messenger this morning from my very own mummy. And she said, just had a shock, went to water the tomatoes, look what I found. And that's what she found.
Yeah. And in case you can't see it properly, here's a closer look.
So I then went on to messaging Mum, realising that it'd be more straightforward to video call her, so I did, because Victor wanted to see his Grammy. And I said to her, do you mind if we show the guys this sort of thing? And she said, no, that's fine. And she sent me a picture a bit later on, which I'm not going to bother showing you because it's quite blurry. I'm amazed she managed to get it, actually. Yeah. But the frog had decided... The frog had
just jumped out.
Yeah, it was just
she caught it as it was jumping out, didn't she? Yeah.
But it is really blurry, so I'm not going to bother sharing that. No. But I said to her, when I was on the video call, I said, what did you do about your tomatoes then? She said, well, they haven't been watered yet. She said, I'm not disturbing him. She said, your father's moaning, but I'm not disturbing him. It's brilliant. Oh dear, so funny. But yeah, but no, years back when we went to one of the festival bits, one of the little girl of
Launton,
our friends,
wasn't it? Yeah.
And this is going back some years.
Yeah, she's 18 now.
18 now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Lovely kid, really nice. But she found a little frog sort of wandering around.
As we were packing out, wasn't there? Everyone was packing out.
So, because they had dogs and whatnot, I offered to
take it to your mum and dad's.
Take it to mum and dad's, because I mean he was nowhere near a pond or anything, so crikey's know where he came from. But I would say she hydrated him and that, so he was evidently, you know. But we were just worried with all the cars and that, it would have meant
and the dogs and this like that.
No chance. So yeah, and it looks like he's a grandfather at least now. Sort of thing.
Don't know how long they live for.
But no, she's had frogs in the garden.
Yeah.
Since then.
Yeah.
For ages, because she had one anyway.
Yeah.
And we introduced that one in as well.
Yeah.
That was the same make, I suppose you'd call it.
The same make. Yeah.
Breed then.
Yeah.
Breed.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's a Ford. Yeah.
But no, she's had quite a few babies and that over the years, and Yeah, they seem quite happy in the garden.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just sat on the watering can. It's goodness sake.
Yeah, because there's a ledge on the inside where the handle goes in.
Mm.
That's what he's sitting on.
But it was obviously quite nice and cool in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she won't. Her water feature stopped working at the moment because it's a bit bunged up.
Yeah.
But the problem is, there's a couple of frogs in there.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want them to freak out or anything. So she's just been clearing it bit by bit as she's seen them around different areas. So it's still not clear yet, but I mean, it's perfectly fine for them. But yeah, no, more of a live and let live jobby, really.
Mm.
But no, with them and the cat and the tortoise.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the cat doesn't seem to show any interest whatsoever towards the frog.
No.
Which is only a good thing, because she actually managed to catch her. Mum woke up to breakfast in bed the other week with the bloody wood pigeon.
Yeah. Bloody gravy thing.
I mean, they're huge. They're not like the pigeons you get at Trafalgar Square or in London and that. They are massive and they're beautiful birds. They really are beautiful. I mean, they're blooming great things. And yeah, she got woken up with the cat meowing, which is nothing unusual. If you're a cat owner, you would know this. I mean, frequently, one of our friends used to get woken up each day by the cat sitting on his head, which is why the nickname stuck.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to tell you. But the point is, you can probably take a guess from that. But the point is that Mum woke up. She said, "Well, come up on the bed then," because normally she'd be up on the bed, you know, purring in her face and what have you. Anyway, she looks down and there's this dead wood pigeon just inside the door at the corner of her bedroom.
Come on, look what I've done. I'll strip the feathers off it. We're having it for lunch.
It's like, yeah, that wasn't great.
No.
Then a week later, she brought in a sparrow, which again she'd managed to kill. And Mum couldn't work out how she was getting them because, I mean, well, I mean, for starters, the boy cats that we always had have been quite clumsy.
Yeah.
And Dina never showed any interest in catching anything apart from moths.
No.
So, this is a new one. But what she was doing, she was going up in the tree and she'd hide in the branches.
Yeah.
And then she'd jump out on them.
No, hit them.
Yeah.
They come out. Hit them.
So, yeah, all in all...
Because there's small branches going all the way up the tree. It's a strange tree, I don't know what it is. No. It's got a lot of little branches going up, all the way up, all this greenery.
Mum's
almost
cut
like a
all
bush.
of it, all of it back and what have you, so she can't hide in there now. And the most exotic thing she's caught since then was a butterfly, which she didn't kill. She just brought it in to show Mum because she thought it was pretty. Yeah. Well, at least that's we assume what she was doing. But she didn't kill the butterfly. I mean, don't see that. I mean, managing to kill a sparrow, yes, you'd expect from a cat of her size and what have you. But a blooming great wood pigeon. Mind you, my nan's cats once brought in a seagull. One was pulling at one end of the cat flap and the other one was trying to push it in through. It got stuck, thankfully. Yeah. But yeah, it's funny what they'll do. Animals are peculiar. Have any of you guys got any funny stories or sad stories, really, you know, about weird things that your cats or dogs bring in? I read a story recently about a cat bringing in bras to her owner at 3 o'clock every morning, and they were never her owner's bras. No. So she didn't know where she was getting them from. But if you're in a certain area and you know there are a lot of you missing bras,
it's probably them.
Knock on the door with the cat. Yeah. Can you imagine? Excuse me, has your cat got my bra? Oh, no. But no, I don't know. I mean, I was reading a bit today about Peacehaven gossip about somebody saying that their kids or their young child was kicking a ball over neighbour's garden sort of thing, and she refused point blank to give them back, and there were lots of sides for and against, and you know, and I just think it's so sad.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it just tells me one thing: animals are definitely more entertaining.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot more with an animal than you can when it's a kid. At least I think so. Depends how young the child is as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you've got the cuteness value. Yeah. Anyway, guys,
they don't like putting cats into. They don't like putting people, kids into cages. Anyone, I don't.
No.
They frown on that.
They frown on that, yeah. I'm not anti-child at all. I used nanny for years, but say it's not something that we've been.
Yeah, it's like the one with the kid. The kids go. The parents got the kid on a leash. And he said, "They're saying, does it bite?" Is it a rescue?
Is it a rescue? Oh dear, I apologise if you don't like our humour, but unfortunately it is our humour and that's just where we are. But no, but no, as always guys, we love to hear from you. As we say, we are who we are. And we love that you are who you are.
You are too.
Yeah. So, as ever, stay different. Send in some stories. I want to hear about quirky, odd behaviours, either from children or animals.
Yeah.
Like, does your child cough up fur balls, or you know, does the cat run off with nappies or something? You know, who knows? Anyway, guys.
Yeah.
See you soon. Be different. And have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.